Pisces babes. I don't know if I should be mad at you all, but like I have no reason to be, so that's a joke. But seriously, what are you guys doing? Right before I did this reading, I lit my sage, and I kid you not, it caught on fire. And I've never had that happen with sage before. And when I say caught on fire, it was like the flame wouldn't go out, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. It was in a bowl. I usually keep the sage in like a bowl. But there was so much smoke coming from that, and I live in an apartment, and I was not gonna have the smoke alarm go off on that. So I had to bring it into the shower and turn the shower on to get the flame to go out. So I don't know what y'all are doing. If y'all are burning anything, just stop. Don't. Why are you burning something? If any one of you are, I don't know. So there could be something about a burn or a slow burn. I heard a slow burn. Probably don't sage at this time would be a warning for you. But yeah, that was crazy. And also, even before that, I was getting this really strong feeling of like being very cautious about what I say, and it was a very like anxious feeling, like I could say something wrong, and if I did, I would be in trouble for it. So it was this really strange feeling, because I've never felt that way before going on here, but it's like I'm afraid to say the wrong thing now. And I feel like that is you somehow. But I am just very relieved that I did not get burned or have like a bigger accident than that, as I already was. But if you hear any noise in the background, it is my fan. I have my fan, and I also have my window open, which is not great for, you know, like a 90-something degree day. So yeah, I'm in total chaos over here. So it's either one of you guys is in chaos, or one of you has sent chaos to me. I don't know. But yeah, it's a bit crazy here. So I got the fan and the window open, and it's just kind of ironic. It's like, what is the fan gonna do? Probably nothing, but anyway. It smells like smoke here, and I don't like it, but it's everywhere in my house. I ran around for a bit not knowing what to do with it, so yeah. I'm gonna hold on to this crystal now and make myself feel better. But anyway, Pisces, this is an interesting start to your reading. And also I picked up amethyst, onyx, and tiger's eye. So you might need those crystals, or you might be working with them. Oh, and clear quartz. So okay. Yeah. But anyway, let's get into the message. Let's focus on this. This is, I mean, you obviously can't see it. I mean, you could actually pause the video and do it. But this is what I gotten for you. And I think there's a bit on the back, but not that much. But Pisces, to me, it sounds like you are interested in like two things, and that's money and women, or money and men, or whatever you're into. But it seems like you're very focused on what pleases you, if that makes sense. You're focusing more on what is making you happy, or you're trying to make yourself feel better, feel happy. And I don't know, that could be kind of like probably you just trying to feel okay and amidst the chaos. Like what I just went through is like you probably feel like you're living in a nightmare or a chaos, and it's like you're unsettled and you don't know how to control it, and you're just trying to center yourself in the middle of all of it, is what it feels like to me. Because, wow, I'm a bit shaken. But I feel like that's your energy. Like nothing, what is the saying? I mean, everything always happens on purpose. Nothing is a mistake. So for that to happen right before your reading says a lot to me. You could actually be burning papers or documents or things like that. Getting rid of evidence is what I heard too. Or evidence of something, I don't know. Or you're just like in this state of mind where it's like you're trying to forget a lot of the things around you and leave them behind. And it's like I get this feeling of you burning things down because you want to rise and become the phoenix, but then this feeling of like you don't know how to do that. And that again is connected a lot with Scorpio. And in my Scorpio reading, I said that Pisces and Scorpio are heavily connected. So you might want to watch the Scorpio channeling reading that I did. But it's like, if you could, you would ask a Scorpio, how do you rise from the ashes? How do you become Phoenix? Is like what I feel like you're trying to do. I just feel this kind of desperation of being unsettled and like hemmed in or closed in or suffocated, or it's like things are very heavy right now. That's what I feel like. Very heavy. So, the first thing that I picked up for you was the song Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. And that's honestly probably one of my favorite songs, but Tracy Chapman is amazing anyway. It's an older song, so, you know, depending on your age, you may or may not have heard it. If you haven't, please look it up and please listen to it. It is well worth it, I promise you. It's just a very good song about trying to escape because you want a better life for yourself. And that might also be what you're feeling too. Is like you're trying to escape something. You're trying to outrun where you are now. And so, one of the lines that stood out to me for you in this song was, leave tonight or live and die this way. And it's like you're feeling in some way like you gotta get out. Like you're on the run. You gotta leave tonight, it's like this sense of urgency. It's like, if you don't run away, or if you don't change now, it's like you're going to die in some way. And I don't mean that literally, but it's this feeling like you would, or you feel like you're dying. Can I say that on YouTube? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, you feel that, and it's very intense. But there's so many images about cars that came up in your channeling too. This title of the song, Fast Car, and then, well, I'll just continue on and you'll notice all the car details that I'm picking up on. Some of you might work on cars. I'm hearing like tinkering on cars, or you worked on a car, something to do with cars. You could be getting a new car, you could have a car that, I mean, you could have a car, but you could have a new car. I don't know. Something about cars is very, very, very heavy in your reading. But anyway, that song Fast Car by Tracy Chapman was what really stood out to me, and that was the first thing that I channeled for you. And the other heavy feeling that I got was, in some ways, or I heard, if I could take back time. So I feel like as you're going through whatever this is, this chaos or this feeling, it just feels like you are remembering a better time, or a time when things were not so difficult, a time when things were easier. And it's like you wish you could take back time, but also be back in time. In the Scorpio reading, I said that it was like back to the future for them, that their future meant that going forward they would have to look back. But for you, I feel like it's more, you want to relive the past. You don't want to be where you are now in some way. But I feel like you could be feeling very disconnected from people or old things that you used to enjoy, or some part of your identity you could maybe not, I don't know, vibe with anymore. But you're remembering a different time when things were easier. And it's like, I got this feeling that you were looking back at time because you wanted to be someone different back then. And it's like, you hoped for better, is what I heard. I wrote down hoped for better. It was like something didn't work out the way you wanted, and you wish that you could redo it. You wish you could get the chance to go back in time and do it different. You would hope for better. I think that might be in the song Fast Car too, I don't know. But Tracy Chapman also came, and I don't remember if I said this or not, but Tracy Chapman came through heavily in Scorpio's reading too. So you are connected to a Scorpio, or if you're not, you are telepathically connected to a Scorpio, and I feel like you pick up on their energy through music, as they do for you too. So you guys are definitely sending each other messages unconsciously through music. For sure. So you might be dealing with a Scorpio, have dealt with a Scorpio, know a Scorpio, it doesn't matter. It's just that you are connected to one heavily. I got the feeling of you also remembering your childhood, but not in a nostalgic way like Scorpio. It's more of a kind of reviewing past traumas and reviewing where you started. And I hate to say this because I don't want to be negative, but it's like you're looking back and you're saying, where did this start? Where did this all go wrong? Is the energy I'm picking up on. It's like you're wondering where this all began and how that led you here to where you are. And I feel like that requires a lot of thinking on your part, but a lot of healing is definitely required for that. If you are going through this, maybe depression or episode, if you are going through that or having darker negative thoughts, you need healing work on that for like a therapist, or even if it's just writing in a journal. You gotta get this out in some way, because holding it within yourself is only going to keep your energy in this state of chaos and instability longer. So it's like that saying, the only way out is through, and I feel like that is what it is for you, is that you are trying to run away, you're trying to, you know, get in your fast car, or just, it's like you're running away from your problems, you're running away from your thoughts. You could be heavily in your addictions, whatever that is for you. Maybe over drinking, over partying, going out too much. You're just, I feel like you're going backwards in some way to maybe some toxic habits or what you are used to. And it's like Spirit is saying that you cannot do that, because if you want to change or move forward, you must stop doing the things you've always done. And I know that's very hard to say because I feel like your identity is through the things that you do for everyone, not just you. And it's like you have to reinvent yourself and be like, okay, who am I now without all these things that I used to do? Who am I without this crux, this part of me that perhaps hasn't always been good for me? And I feel like you're trying to learn what is good for you. And I do get the feeling like you really wish you could ask someone what to do. This one person. You want to ask someone what it is they think you should do, how to get through. I picked that up heavily. This song, I've never heard it before. It popped up on my Spotify, and it was Rich Girl by Daryl Hall. I think, oh, and John Oates. And I've never heard of these people, I've never heard of this song before. Okay, I brought you with me, like a foot, because I want to read these lyrics to you. This song called Rich Girl, and it goes, you're a rich girl and you've gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch girl, but it's gone too far, 'cause you know it won't matter anyway. Say money, but it won't get you far. High and dry out of the rain, it's so easy to hurt others when you can't feel pain, and you don't know that a love can't grow, 'cause there's too much to give, 'cause you'd rather live for the thrill of it all. And then the repeat of the chorus. But for some reason, I felt like that was very important for you. I definitely picked up on that feeling of kind of whatever you're doing, you don't feel like it would matter anyway. Kind of, you feel like you're left out in the rain, left out in the cold by someone. And I feel like you are contemplating that line. It's so easy to hurt others when you can't feel pain. And I feel like you could be using this as a reason as to why perhaps you hurt people, or why you've hurt someone, is because you didn't know how much you were in that feeling of pain. But it's like sometimes people don't even realize how much pain they're in until after the fact, when they're healed. And I know I've been like that. I've looked back on times in my life and I've been like, wow, I really wasn't doing well then. But in the moment, you're not thinking that way. And I feel like that's kind of where you are now, is you're in that state of reflecting. If you've been hurt, or if you've hurt someone else, I think you're realizing that whatever you've done, or whatever someone has done to you, was just a reflection of the state of the pain that they were in. And that perhaps this other person was just a distraction from the pain that you were feeling, or vice versa. Take it as it resonates. And again, this is probably not for everyone, but I'm picking up on at least someone here who is perhaps heartbroken and disappointed, and I feel like really needs a message of there's something more, or there's something better out there, even if you're not in that place right now. They also got this feeling, but anyway, the rich girl, let me explain that more. You could also know a rich girl, you could be a rich girl, but there's something here about money. And perhaps you're realizing that money isn't everything, or you've been focused on money in some way, getting money, taking money. And I feel like now you're really reviewing why. Perhaps if you were in that state of being money-minded over anything else, over anyone else, it's like you are wondering why. Or if you are not this way, Spirit is just warning you that keep things in perspective and keep your focus on the things that really matter to you right now. That is the message for you. And to surrender to the world around you, surrender to the universe, because when you let go and you allow everything around you to just happen, that is where you can find your inner peace. And I feel like that's what you have to go and do here, is go within. And I'm hearing Spirit say that yes, you can ask someone, and it's okay to ask for help. But you can only help people as much as they're willing to help themselves. And I feel like you're in a position now where it's like the help that you're asking for may not be given to you right now, because people don't know if you really need it, is what I'm feeling. Or if it's not like that, I'm just getting that you are relying perhaps too heavily on money to make your decisions right now in your life. Or if it's not money, it could be something else. But Spirit is saying you need to be, I'm hearing the word protective. You need to be protective of where your thoughts are leading you to your actions. Because your thoughts, when people say that what you think is your reality, what they really mean by that is that your thoughts become your actions, and your actions become the reality that you live in. So it's the way that you think and what you believe that takes you where you're meant to go or where you're not meant to go. And in spirituality, the way that I see it is that there's really only two roads. The first one is that you surrender. And you acknowledge that really you're just like a speck of dust, and in a way nothing really matters, which is a positive thing to me, because then if I know that if I surrender to the universe and I am in the state of receiving whatever comes my way, knowing that whatever is mine will always come to me, I will always be on the highest timeline, because I know whatever is meant for me will always find me, and all that I have to do is just try and be the best person that I can be for myself and for other people. And the other road that I feel like someone else could go on is the worst one for them. The patterns, the old habits, the behaviors, the addictions, and this is the path from my own experience where you are making the choices. You are not allowing the universe to make those choices for you. You're not in a state of receiving, you are in a state of action. And you are making things happen because you could be impatient or anxious. And when you create things, or when you chase things, or you try to make them happen in your own timing, and you're being impatient, it never works out. You have to be in the state of surrender. And that is the word that came up heavily for you in this reading from Spirit, was the word surrender. You must surrender. It's like Spirit wants you to surrender. And I feel like Spirit has been really trying to get you to do this, and you're not, and I can feel that. I can feel how much you are resisting that change and that surrender, to like almost get on your knees and admit something, admit to yourself perhaps that you're wrong, or that you need something to change, you need something to be different, because where you're going is not where you want to be, is what I feel like. And again, it's not for everyone. I feel like some of you could also just, if it's not this heavy or intense burden or feeling that I'm getting, it's just that some of you are ready to move forward, but you don't know how to do that. And so Spirit is saying that you must surrender, and that is the way that you move forward. And I know that's very ironic, because it's like, how can you move forward if you're standing still? And that is the great, odd, unknown part about spirituality, that it's like you surrender because you have to, because you don't understand everything. You understand that there's so much more to ourselves and more than we will ever know. So how can you ever know what's best for you? Allow for things to happen. Allow for whatever is meant for you to come to you. Be receptive, be open. Do not try to fit things into the way that you like them. Get rid of this control mindset. I feel like you should write down the way that you are feeling. If I were you, and if I were feeling this energy, I would write down what it is I'm feeling. I would write down the adjectives, so angry, mad, determined, burdened, pessimistic, sad. If these are any negative emotions that you're feeling, I would write them down on one side of the page, and then on the other side I would look up the antonyms for those words, and I would start there with each word, and I would research. I was a English major, so this is like my hobby that I like to do, but you probably might not like doing this, but this is something that I would do, is I would research those words, those antonyms, and then I would try to become those antonyms. So again, if you feel like you have to control everything, the antonym to control is probably release or surrender. And so that's what I would do. I would release what I'm holding on to, and I would surrender and let things go, and realize that I might not have as much influence as I think I do on things. Or if you are feeling like things are wrong in your life, I feel like the opposite to that would be gratitude. Gratitude can really help you to see that you have a lot. You are blessed with so much. Whether that is a car, a house, people who love you. If this is a bad period in your life, or you're trying to get through something, it's like you need to look around you. And this is not me trying to be, why are you ungrateful for things? Like, you have everything. No. I'm not saying that. I'm not being that person where it's like, why are you depressed? Like, how are you depressed when you have everything? How can you? No, I'm saying that it helps to have that perspective, in that perhaps maybe you haven't lost everything, or you're not as in a bad position as you think, because you always have something else. And when things were really hard for me and I had nothing, I would just say that if all I have at the end of the day is myself, then that is more than enough. And sometimes that was really all that I had to get through that day or that night. And I will still do that and continue to do that no matter what comes about in my life, whether that is good or bad, because you only ever have yourself. You come into the world with yourself, and you leave this world with yourself. As much as we hate to think like that, it's true. We don't like to feel lonely. We don't like to feel disconnected from people or apart from people. And I think Spirit is saying that the harsh truth is that we must love and know ourselves, because it is the only self we will ever really know, as much as we'd like to know other people. The other song that I got was White Flag by Ditto. And that one is like, there will be no white flag above my door, 'cause I'm in love and always will be. And I feel like that's your state of where you are right now. It's like you don't want to surrender. You don't want to give up. And it's like the divine, the universe, yourself, your higher self is like, but you have to. You know you don't want to, but you have to. And now I have that song stuck in my head because it's a good song. And maybe there were some red flags in a situation, but you refused to see them as red flags, and maybe you saw them as white instead. It's like maybe now you're realizing that all those white flags were red, or something like that. Some images that I got for you was rollerblades. I feel like some of you could have liked roller skating as a child, or you used to do that as a teenager or something, or you still do it. I also got video games very heavily too, and Pikachu and that lightning bolt. Is it Pikachu, that lightning bolt? I don't know. Here. This. Is that not Pikachu? I don't know. I don't know anything about Pokemon, but somebody here really likes Pokemon. For sure. For sure. I also got Ritz crackers as an image, and I don't know why I got that. Maybe you're eating that? Something about that. I don't know. I wrote it down, so it might be important. I also drew the money sign and then cha-ching and a suitcase, because I feel like you're on the run, or you want to be, or you want to leave, or go somewhere, or go on vacation. And I also got stars for you, gold stars. And stars came up all throughout your reading, just these gold stars. And there's something about a red shirt. So, or just the color red in general. What else? Oh, and eyes. I think it was Aquarius and Sagittarius, and perhaps a few other signs that had the imagery of eyes. And for some reason I got that through your channeling too. But with that, I also picked up on The Great Gatsby. Now, I'm a diehard fan of The Great Gatsby, and I don't know if a lot of people remember this, but in The Great Gatsby, there's the eyes of it's like a billboard, and it has eyes on it of like an eye doctor, but it's these eyes that are following all the characters throughout the book. And it represents the eyes of God. And it's like these things that happen, we think that other people don't see it, but it was always seen by the eyes of God. There was always someone there watching, whether we realized that or not. And that could be about anything. They could be people, eyes are on you at this time, or something about your eyes. Maybe you need to go to the eye doctor, take care of your eyes, I don't know. Something about glasses too. You might need, I don't know, you could wear glasses, you could need a new prescription, you might have broken your glasses, I don't know. But anyway, it's the eyes of God in this book that follow all of the characters, and I feel like that is the real narrator. You could argue this, and that would be fun, but Nick is the narrator. But really, I wonder if it's like Nick has received it's like in a way Nick was able to receive the information of what happened because the eyes of God were watching everything. So maybe Nick was a channeler, I don't know. That's cool. I don't know if anyone has thought of it in that way, but I love that book. But anyway, I could go on and talk about that. But there's someone, I said someone here. Someone here is a daisy. And what I mean by that is a selfish woman who really only thinks of herself. And maybe that's that rich girl, I don't know, that I was channeling, but that book is so meaningful and important in your reading. And maybe you need to go back and read that book, and I'm hearing Spirit say yes. Yes, you need to read that book. It's like a command. Yes, you need to read that book. Okay, Spirit. Okay. Alright. They're just being very firm. They're being very firm. It's like, you must read this book. Okay? But read The Great Gatsby. Because I'm hearing that there is a plot line in there that you're going to recognize for yourself in the book, where you're gonna relate to something. And I feel like whatever you're gonna relate to is gonna be very important for you and your situation, for whoever that is. But that book is also about money, old money versus new money, and betrayal and status, and about Leonardo DiCaprio. And also now picking up on a pool. Oh, and the green light, which represents money, green, or something about jealousy, green eyes. But, so somebody is green with envy? Green eyes. I don't know. Something about green eyes. Someone having green eyes. The other song I got for you was Gypsy by Fleetwood Mac. And the lyric that stood out was, she was just a witch, and that's all that's left of her now. And you could have been connected to a witch, or if not, you are thinking of someone who, like, bewitched you, or someone that you were just very obsessed over, or that you have loved or have been a lover of. And it's like you are aware of this person now being gone, and all that is left of her is this memory, is what I feel like for you. And I feel like that is also you feeling like you're left behind. I also got Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper, and the lyric that stood out to me from that was, I fall behind. And I really do feel like you feel as if you're being left out or being left behind by someone. And for that, I would say that that is the Five of Pentacles for you, is being out in the cold or left. And it's like you wonder if, it's like I'm hearing your memory of them is correct. But I just feel you remembering this person very heavily in your energy, or this person is still in your energy. But I also get this feeling of love there. And I even wrote down that for you, you could be in love. You could be in this state of love, or having loved someone. And that is this person that you are remembering now at this moment in the time of what you are going through, is this person. The other song that came up was Jolene by Dolly Parton. So it's like the other woman. There could have been more than one woman, or there could have been I don't know. I just channeled that song for someone, but it is this sense of having missed out on one for another, is what I'm getting here. Or perhaps you had or have a choice between two people, and you're afraid of making the wrong one, or you feel as if making the wrong one, making the wrong decision, where you could have been, or being put in a place now where you must decide on like two people, but that could be for like one person here, I don't know. Or you could just be thinking about dating right now, or going out and dating, or meeting new people, or maybe reassessing what you want in dating, or what you want from dating, or from someone that you're being with. I also got that you could be heavily connected to a Libra as well. And that channeling, I also got a mother figure for that, but also sorry, I got tongue-tied, so you could be tongue-tied, I don't know. But I was also picking up on the color blue. And even though elephants are gray, I was picking up on blue elephants. So I feel like someone here, you either had a stuffed blue elephant, or there is something significant about a blue elephant for someone. That really probably does not apply to everyone, but I feel like somebody here had an elephant stuffed animal as a child, or there's just something about an elephant. Maybe that's your favorite animal. Maybe you're noticing these symbols, or you have an elephant spirit guide or guardian. But what I had gotten from the elephant was that the elephants, they always remember. And I'm not sure if they're one of the only animals, or they could be, but they have a memory of they have a memory of people, but it's not people because it's elephants. So they have a memory of their people, I guess. They're elephants. But it's like the baby elephant will always remember the mother will always remember the baby, and I was picking up on this very heavy motherly energy. And when I say heavy, it's not bad, it's in like this very powerful presence is around you. If you have lost a mother figure, or you've known a mother figure who's no longer in your life, or that could be, you know, like a passed on grandma or aunt, someone that you knew or that you were close to that was a feminine energy, who is no longer here on earth for sure, but who is always around you and is a presence very heavy on you, is what I was getting. And there was something about that with elephants. And it's like, elephants are I think they're like the only ones that can grieve. And I feel like you are grieving the loss of this person still. If they've been gone for a while, or if they've just passed, I'm sorry for your loss. But it's like this memory you have of her or them, it's never really gone. And that is what this presence really wants you to know, is that you're always there. I heard you're always there. So I'm feeling like this, your spirit guide, this is who your spirit guide is this feminine energy who's here, probably with me now, is saying that you're always there with them. That's kind of ironic or funny. It's like they're not always there with, isn't that weird or strange how it works? But it's like this energy is saying to me that it's not like they're always with you, but it's you're always with them. I just lost my voice for like a minute there. I don't know what that is about. Probably like choking back some emotion, or you having a throat chakra blockage. Again, that blue is important for you, that color. And it's like, watch for things that are blue, because things that are in blue are like a good sign for you, is what I'm hearing. Oh, the other line that I got from Gypsy by Fleetwood Mac was that part in the song, what is it? You say you're a gypsy, and it all comes down to you. That part, it all comes down to you, and I feel like, wow, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful energy that I'm picking up on, but it's like you are holding someone, a person you really love, in a very high regard. And it's like you're saying that your life is surrounding or coming down to this person. It's like, I'm like seeing a person and then a circle around them. And I feel like that is kind of what your life is right now. It's like this person that you want to get to is in the middle of everything going on around you, and it's like you can't get to this person until whatever is around you is gone. But it's like you're still recognizing this person, and you're still loving them, and you're still watching them, is what I'm hearing. But it feels like you've decided on this person in some way. And that doesn't have to be a love interest. That could be literally anyone to you. Or it might not even be a person. It could be a concept, a thought, a way of thinking, a change, a plan for your life. It's just that you've set your eyes on something, and you're willing to risk it because, oh, the circle, and this person is the center of your world. Duh. That is what I was getting, the image of this person and then a circle around it. That makes sense. It's like this person is the center of your world, the universe. Is at the heart, the center of something for you. Oh. That's a very beautiful energy. I was also picking up on that song by Rascal Flatts, and I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's that song that always makes people cry, and it's like, I'm already there, take a look around you, I'm the sunlight in your hair, something like that. And it's like, I get that you are saying this to someone else, but then I also feel like your feminine spirit guide, whoever that is for you that I was channeling, is saying that to you as well. And I'm feeling like, don't ever take for granted that feeling of that sunlight in your hair, that wind in your hair. I'm just feeling, Damn, Pisces. You're gonna make me cry. But it's like, if you have lost a person and they are no longer here on earth, they are definitely with you. For sure. And they love you so much. And I'm hearing that they have actually been like the wind in your hair for you. And when you think, or when you thought that they weren't there, they were, is what I'm hearing. Or if you're feeling this way towards someone else, that person knows. Damn. Damn. I've never gotten teary-eyed like that in a reading before. But that energy was just so beautiful. Alright. Now I'm gonna leave that there before I actually start crying. But they are there. And they love you so much. And I'm hearing that they're never leaving. Alright. I'm back. Let me just get the advice for you all. And we will see what there is to see, I guess. So right, oh, okay. Advice, Spirit, please. And I would also like to welcome in my beloved ancestors, guardian angels and spirit guides, totem animals, and the beings of the highest white light, and Archangel Michael to please come in to this reading and to protect me as I channel the messages and close any portals that need not be open, please. In this I ask. So, spirits and guides, what messages of love and guidance and healing and advice do you have for our beautiful Pisces friends? Oh, I'm also hearing too, and I forgot to mention it earlier, but when I said before that cars are very heavy in your reading, be very careful when you're driving, because I feel like you could easily miss a red light or a stop sign or something, so just be cautious and aware while you're driving. Just be very careful, because you don't want to get in a car accident, is what I'm hearing. So just be safe and don't speed. And that's not to make anyone scared. It's just for any of you who feel like you want to speed. Probably in any area of your life, Spirit is saying don't speed. Slow down. Alright, so we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Although I feel like that should be in the upright position. It could be that you were in the upright position of the Five of Pentacles, like I said earlier, which is you feeling left out in the cold and abandoned. You could have felt that way, and now you are moving into the opposite of where you feel like you are welcome, or that you are now able to recover and see things in a certain way that maybe you couldn't or you didn't before. And I also have the Three of Wands in reverse, the Six of Swords in reverse, and the Two of Wands. And okay, so with the Three of Wands in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse, it was definitely the energy that I was picking up on earlier of where you feel like you're stuck. Or you feel like there are delays or frustrations in your life of things not going right. And it's like you feel like you're trapped or you're stuck. Or there's some trouble and you're running away from your problems. As I was picking up on earlier, but with the Two of Wands, you are trying to make a decision where you're planning on something. You're planning on traveling, you're planning on going or leaving for somewhere. Or if it's not an actual place, you're just thinking about how you can move forward. Can I have more, please, Spirit? Of the Empress, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups. Ooh, child. Ooh, who are all these women? Oh, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands, but I was gonna flip this over. So I feel like it's the Knight of Wands in reverse, and then we also have the Queen of, I almost said Queen of Wands, but it's Queen of Swords in the reverse. What else, Spirit? What about all these women? Why are they here? The Three of Swords in reverse. You have the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Wands. So what I'm getting right away is that, like I was picking up earlier, there's this sense of you've been focused on money, or if it's not you, it's someone else that hasn't been generous, or there's been something where it's money, like money is being used for something not so great. It's like strings attached, or debt, or a bet? Oh no, I'll come back to that, I guess. With the Page of Wands in reverse, I feel like you could have been very hasty about your choices, or the choices that you have made. And you've been working on something. Or if you haven't been working on something, I feel like you are watching someone else work on something, and that could be this Empress, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups person. Now I'm getting different things for different people. I'm getting that this Empress, Queen of Wands, and Queen of Cups are the same person. And then for others of you, I'm getting that these are 3 different feminine energies. So it doesn't have to be women, it can be men or people who are in their feminine energy, but it's 3 individual people. So that would be an earth sign, a water sign, and a fire sign that you know, or are at least in your energy, or are around you. If this is if the Empress, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Cups is the same person, if that is one person encompassing all 3, then you are watching this person work on something, like work on themselves, work on their skills, their mastery of something. I feel like this is who you were in the past. Maybe you made a hasty choice or decision, or maybe you were arrogant about something. Or if that wasn't you, there was someone in your energy who was. I'm hearing someone in your energy who was making choices without your consent, or that had influenced the energy around you and affected you somehow. And for some reason, I am getting that you are healing from a Queen of Swords in reverse energy. And like I said, this doesn't actually have to be feminine. It could be a man embodying the traits of a Queen of Swords in reverse, which is someone who is very manipulative and cold. It's not a nurturing, motherly energy at all, not like the Queen of Cups. This is a person who, like, spits their words out and is not afraid to use them to do harm for people. And I'm picking up that this is a Libra for you, or it could be in a Gemini or an Aquarius. But I got before in the channeling that you were attached to a Libra, and I feel like that is who you are. This is who you are healing from right now, or you're being asked to forgive this person for whatever heartbreak that they had caused you. And I feel like this is also you right now. This is your current energy, is you are standing up for yourself, but it's more so you being guarded against everything. It's like being unsure, not knowing where to go, where to stand. It's just a very uncertain feeling. So for your advice, Spirit is saying that you need to forgive and heal on yourself. There could also be a reconciliation with a Queen of Swords in reverse, or you want a reconciliation, or this person wants a reconciliation with you, or you are wanting a reconciliation with someone else or this person. But Spirit is saying anyway and otherwise, you need to heal, forgive, and release, and be in this state of recovery. I'm also hearing heart, like heart surgery or heart attack. Something about the heart. That's not. You might know someone who has had a heart attack, or perhaps you feel like your heart has been attacked in some way, or that's what someone was trying to do. for you, to you, for you. For you to do what? For you to break someone's heart? Spirit, what is who are these three feminine energies, please? I feel like this is the person you're watching, or these are the women who are watching you, or you're somehow tied to them in some way. I'm hearing like ladies' man. You could be a ladies' man or no one. So you have 5 of Wands in reverse. Death in reverse, yeah. So Spirit is saying that you need to try and avoid conflict right now and make peace and resolutions with others and see things from their perspective or point of view, and to keep an open mind about things right now. And with the Death card in reverse, it's definitely your feeling of stagnancy and decay. Decay? I wasn't going to say decay. Something about a graveyard. But with the Death in reverse, it's that fear of change that you're having, that not wanting to surrender to Spirit or the universe, or not wanting to admit that these things are the way that they are, that certain things are happening around you, or even just to let go and release that perhaps and maybe you don't have all the answers to something. And Death is also Scorpio, so like I said before, Scorpio is very heavily in your energy. You have the Ace of Cups in reverse and the 2 of Cups in reverse. You could be in separation from a Scorpio, or there was something about an imbalance or bad communication with a Scorpio, and now you feel like you're left in the cold, left out in the cold by one, or you're feeling some emotional loss, or you're feeling unloved by someone, and that doesn't have to be a Scorpio. But I feel like you're grieving, in a way. You're grieving for what could have been who you were, who this person was for you. But it's like there's some sort of loss here. Even though the Death card is in reverse, I still feel this heavy sense of loss. And I feel like that could also be attached to that feminine spirit guide I was picking up on earlier. Just this feeling of grief and loss and heartache and pain that you might be feeling or going through right now. Yeah. You have the 9 of Cups in reverse, so you are disappointed. You didn't get a wish fulfillment for yourself. It's like whatever you wanted didn't manifest. It didn't come into fruition. Yeah. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you feel like you're getting bad luck, or it's just this refusal to change, though, is what I'm picking up on very heavily, and that could be you or someone in your energy. There could also be a lot of illusions around you right now at this time. you could, again, you could be making choices, but Spirit is saying you need to be making your choices very wisely, because as you can see, not all of these cups have your best interests at heart. There's like a dragon-like demon entity. I don't know why an entity or demon is coming up through here. I feel like there could be a snake in your energy who Spirit is warning you about or telling you to be careful about. I feel like you have been fantasizing, or you were fantasizing about a dream coming true, and it didn't turn out the way that you wanted. So what is the advice, Spirit? Can you please show me something positive, please? Oh, so you have the Ten of Pentacles. That's very positive. What else, Spirit? The Six of Wands in reverse. That is too much, Spirit. Okay. But with the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Wands in reverse, I feel like you are getting so close to this Ten of Pentacles, or you were so close to getting it, and then there was some kind of block or delay, where it's like you somehow had kept yourself from this in a way, because Six of Wands is about achievement or reward, but for you, I feel like this reward wasn't what you had wanted or gotten. Or if you're coming into this, you feel like it's just going really slowly. Or it's like you don't know how to get there. With the Page of Cups, I feel like this is inner child wounding, and I feel like you're working on healing that, or if you're not, you need to. There could also be, with the Moon, there could also be some sort of fishy offering. Whether that is you offering this to someone else or someone else offering this to you, but there's something that is being hidden. I feel like with the Eight of Wands in reverse, it's like somebody told you the truth, but not the full truth. It's like so that they could say, okay, I got it. It's like they didn't tell you all of the truth. They didn't explain it well on purpose. But then later they could say that they had just miscommunicated, or they had forgotten about that part. So you have the Five of Cups in reverse, the Tower in reverse, the Star in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Judgment in reverse. Damn, Pisces, no wonder you're hurting or you're sad. If this is you, again, it may not resonate or apply for everyone here. There could also be an Aquarius that you know. I'm hearing that you have that somewhere in your chart. But with all these cards, I mean, you have the Judgment. Oh, god damn it. There's naked people on here. There's so many naked people on here. Why are there so many naked people? What are you doing? This was like Aries. Yeah, Aries energy was naked people too. I don't know what y'all are doing. But be smart, be wise, be careful. If, you know, y'all are bumping and stuff and doing that. That's for somebody. But anyway, you have the Judgment. I mean, you got the Judgment in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Star in reverse, and the Tower in reverse. So you're feeling this hopelessness or this depression or despair. I feel like you're in separation from someone who you feel like could really help you. And you're doubting yourself. And Spirit is saying you aren't learning your lessons because you're refusing change. It's like if you somehow admit that you were wrong, then that means that you would have to no longer be right. And if you were no longer right, then you can no longer be who you are. And I feel like in some ways you don't want to change who you are. You are happy with your identity being the same, and Spirit is saying that your life will never change for it. That without a surrender, this is your life. And that is for some of you, not all of you. For some of you, not all of you. But for the ones who are feeling like they are in despair, or they are asking why or questioning why, it is due to some refusal on your part. And I don't know exactly what that refusal is. It could be a refusal to change, but it could also be a refusal on something else. And that could be maybe dropping a mindset, dropping an addiction, a refusal to look at things differently. There's something you're refusing. It could even just be you refusing some part of yourself, or refusing to look at some part of yourself, or refusing to look at your past. Because I feel like there's something there you're not wanting to look at. It's like if you're, oh, okay, I feel it now. You are refusing to change because you know that in order to change, you have to begin by resurfacing your trauma, and you don't want to do that, understandably so, because to change means that you would be confronting some part of yourself or your memory in which you are wishing to avoid. You don't want to replay that. And I feel like that does have something to do with trauma or abuse in general. Something that has happened to you in your past that you don't want to return to. But I'm hearing Spirit say that you are never alone, and that Spirit is with you. You are never alone. And that motherly energy, that spirit guide I was picking up on earlier, is there to guide you as well. And they're saying that you're okay. It's okay. It's okay for you to go back there to recover the hidden parts of yourself that perhaps you may not want to look at right now. But they are saying to have courage and be brave, because I feel like at this point you're only hurting yourself more by not revisiting something. And again, I feel like that's for only some of you. Yes, this is what they want for you. Your guides or my guides are telling me that this is what they want for you. They want you to move on. They want you to find acceptance. They want you to find healing. They want you to focus on the positives of what you are learning, so that you will never have to go through this again, is what I'm hearing. I am just getting that these guides or these energies that are with you or around you right now are really wanting you to recover and find your peace and surrender to them. Work with your angels, your ancestors, your guardians, your spirit guides, whoever it is that you believe in. Talk to them, pray to them, ask for help. And maybe that's what I was picking up on earlier, is that you need to ask for help, but you are asking the wrong people for help. And when I say that, I mean not actual people. You need to call upon the divine, God, the universe, your ancestors, your whole being, or your higher self. You need to call on the things that you cannot see, which is the hardest thing to do, and I feel like is what you are learning to do. And they are there. They are all around you. They are there. They are with you. They just want me to keep repeating and saying to you that they are there. They are there. They are there. They are there. And it's like all you have to do is surrender and accept that they are there. Because I'm hearing that it's like the moment that you accept that you need them, the moment that you accept that you need their help, is the moment when you surrender to the universe. And that moment of surrender is when everything will change. So that is pretty heavy and deep. And I don't know if that is really for everyone. You might also be trying to hold on to money right now. Or you could feel like people are being stingy with their money. You could also be dealing with this King of Swords in reverse, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Yeah, Spirit is saying to use your intuition about this person. Or I'm also getting that this person is somehow connected to this one in some way. But I'm hearing there's something that one of these people is not seeing. There's something they're not seeing. And I don't know what that has to do with you. I'm feeling like I need to get one more card. So one more card, Spirit. Oh, yeah. This is literally what I just said. Thank you, Spirit. I just said that you are feeling like your life is chaotic and messy right now. But your angels, the divine, they're all here for you right now. They're all here for you. You just have to acknowledge that they're there and call upon them. Oh, the other thing I was picking up on was Mike Flanagan's Midnight Mass, and I was picking, okay, alright. I know why I didn't get off now, because I had something else to say. Spirit just reminded me. Aries also. And this came up in Aries channeling as well, but there's a church, or there's something about a church in reverse is what I'm hearing. But Midnight Mass is about religion and religious trauma, but it's also about how the devil likes to hide in churches, or the devil likes to hide in places where no one would suspect he's there. And I feel like there's this energy of there being that in around you. Something dark being hidden from you. And this is not to scare anyone or anything, but I'm just getting that if something is being hidden from you, what is done in the dark is always come to the light. And I was picking up on religious trauma, so you might be dealing with that as well. And another thing I really wanted to say too about that is, if you watch it, the opening scene to that TV show, to Midnight Mass, is a fish. And, okay. Sorry this is so long, but I feel like I have a lot to say for you, Pisces. Where are you? Are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Pisces, here you are. The fish, that symbol is the first thing that, oh, okay, I'm just fangirling right now because I love that show, but that fish is the symbol, the first thing that you see, the opening of that show, which I think is like the most brilliant opening I've ever seen, is that. And that fish symbol comes into view. It's the first thing that you see before anything else. And then what you see is a car accident, and that fish being on that car. And the person is drunk, and they're realizing what has happened, that they have been the one that has caused the accident. And there's someone that doesn't make it out. There's someone here that, not here, not you. I'm just saying, I just feel like there's someone in your energy where you really, this person really needs to be careful about driving. There's something here about a car accident. And I feel like it's not going to be good. And if you do lose someone from that, I am very, very sorry for your loss. If you experience a car accident or you've gone through one, you might also be dealing with that trauma at this time as well. And when I got excited before, it was not anything to do with anyone getting hurt. It was me just fangirling about the screenwriting and the way that it was written, but I do not wish that on anyone, and I also rebuke that energy. And I just pray that all of you stay safe and you keep safe and you are protected. But there's also the main character, Riley, in that show also struggles with faith, and he lost his faith because of that accident. And some of you might be questioning or dealing with your faith right now at this time. And I have done that, and I have been there, and I would never tell anyone that they should just have faith, because it's harder than that, especially when you deal with religious trauma, and that's pretty much not my entire life, but a real majority of it is dealing with that religious trauma, and that is something, that is a whole other video I want to make for a whole other time. But if you are going through that, I'm so sorry, because that is one of the hardest things I feel like someone has to go through, is that type of trauma, because it's something that people demonize you for. It is like people judge you for having it. Sometimes victims of religious trauma, people don't side with the victims on that all the time. And what I'm saying to you is that you have a right to feel what you do if you have been hurt by religion. And I'm not going to say that you need to have faith, because a lot of people said that to me and it never helped. The only thing that ever helped me was my own experiences. And I feel like if you are really struggling with your faith right now, the real thing to do is to give yourself grace and to not pressure yourself into anything that doesn't feel right for you. Or if you're not agreeing with faith or religion, it might not be time for you yet to embrace that. I feel like there are certain things we have to endure to really learn how to know ourselves. And I can go into it, and I should probably write about my story, or at least make a video on it, but I really had to learn how to separate my faith in God from religion. And it's still really hard for me to do that. And it's still really hard for me not to get triggered by certain things, especially when it comes to the strict rules of religion. But the faith that I've found has allowed me to feel a lot of grace and love and forgiveness. And that is what I feel like faith is supposed to be. It was never supposed to be to hurt you. There were just certain people there that used it against you. And those people are more aligned with the devil than they will ever know. But anyway, like I said before, I really feel like the devil hides in churches. He likes to live there. I really do think that. I really do believe that the devil really loves to live in churches. And don't get on my ass for me saying that. I don't want to hear anybody in the comments, you never went to church, and you're not. No, shut up. Shut up. I don't care. This is my opinion, and I'm going to say it because it's my channel. If you don't like it, then you can leave. But anyway, I am so sorry for this being so long. Thank you for having patience with me. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but thank you so much for doing so. And I'm going to leave now before this gets any longer. But I love you. I do. I really do. And I hope that you heal, and I hope that you are learning to love yourself. I love you, Pisces. Take care.